Hollywood Upstairs Medical College too?
Which therapist you need?
Therapy Thursday.
Now on Wild 94.1.
All right, Therapy Thursday is here. It's where we talk it out. If you got any issues, whatever's on your mind, you can share it with the room because one of the doctors, Dr. Meredith, Dr. Davi, myself, we all are in the lab coats right now. We got the clipboards and we're ready to serve. So if you want to hit us up and keep it on the low, you can text in or you can call 888-429-0941 and we'll jump on it. Let's see what we got.
We got a text out to 727. It said, my wife and I recently got in a big fight. Then the next day after, she said she planned a girls' trip to Miami. I feel like this is a big red flag and she's going to do something she shouldn't. Is this much to do about nothing?
Ooh.
Probably has nothing to do with each other, but it does. The optics makes it look like she on the get back. Just keeping it a buck, you should never run away from a fight. And if you are fighting about something, make sure that fight is done before she has wheels up to Miami because you don't want her to be distraught down
Smooth
there
it over.
laying around the Fountain Blue. Because if you got anything on your mind laying about home, laying around at the Fountain Blue, something bad
Just because we have a fight means you're automatically going to go cheat on me?
No, it doesn't mean that, but it's the optics. I'm just saying, about in my mind, you down there sleeping with everybody.
Well, I think that's her plan. Honestly, I think this is,
Really?
I think this is a big, you don't just get in a fight and then the next day, by the way, we're going to Miami.
Bye.
On a girl's trip.
On a girl's trip. Big red flag.
Yeah.
I would be scared.
I would be scared too.
You should be scared.
Like I wouldn't say, hey, you're a cheater, but I would say, like, listen, I know how your friend's gonna get. You're gonna tell them about the fight. They're gonna try and make up for it, and then you're gonna end up in some sort of situation. It usually happens when you hang around with people who talk like this, with the hands. Girl,
up.
no, he didn't say you can't. Girl, we about to turn up. What? All that? Yeah, stay home, baby.
Yes.
Stay home, baby. Ain't nothing but sin down there, and we Christians.
We're Christians. I think if you're in a long-term committed relationship or even just a committed relationship in general, I mean, you got to have those expectations you're going to fight. And I shouldn't be scared that you're just going to leave and then automatically do something bad because then what kind of relationship do we have?
Real talk, I was told that you ride out your arguments like you ride out your celebrations. Your arguments deserve the same amount of time as you give your celebrations. So good days, you don't tap out on good celebrations. You also don't tap out on the hard work, which is the hard crux of your relationship, and that's the fighting. So don't fight just for sport, but when it does happen, ride out and get that done. So get it done before she gets wheels up. You can't tell her she can't go on the trip, but you can tell her, I'd feel more comfortable if we settled this beforehand because I want you to be able to have fun without thinking about this kind of thing to weigh down your trip. So let's get this settled, and then you go have a great time.
Keep it in your pants.
And she can still go. I mean, not giving you a permission.
I know, yeah.
Lord knows. But that's my advice.
We got another one at the 941. Why is it that my husband is always accusing me of cheating or trying to cheat? I have been faithful in this marriage for 3 years. I was faithful when I met him. I'm not understanding this situation.
He's deflecting. I think he's doing dirt. I think this is an age-old thing. This has been happening for decades.
You just think he is?
I kind of do. I kind of do. And
Davi's choosing violence today.
Yeah, he is.
I think this wouldn't be the first time that somebody is kind of projecting their own actions and their own insecurities on you. If you haven't done anything and you haven't given him a reason to think that, and this is an accusation that won't stop, I think he might be up to something.
Or he has thought about it. He might not have done it, but it's crossed his mind. Because if it's on his mind, he's going to try and paint you with it. Because if he's thinking it, he thinks you're thinking it. So it might not be he's guilty, but he's guilty thoughts.
Guilty thoughts.
Could be. So I would say pay attention. If you're getting accused of something that you have no idea where it's coming from, you probably have a source of where it's coming from.
And it's a continuous thing over 3 years.
Yeah.
Or their relationship. That sucks.
Probably have some issues going on. This says, to the room, my wife and I are planning a road trip to New Mexico and Arizona. As usual, I've plotted out stops for hotel sleeping, and again, she is offended that she is offended that while she drives, I keep her company and won't sleep. She wants me to sleep to kill us from stopping so we could drive straight through. She thinks it's sexist that I won't close my eyes while she's behind the wheel, but my dad did it the same way, and I was always told it was part of being a gentleman. Can you help me explain to her that I'm not looking down on women. Sir, yes, you are. Yes, you are looking down on women.
What?
And a lot of men do that because we don't honestly
Won't trust us?
feel comfortable with us both not paying attention to the road.
But she's driving.
But she's driving.
Right.
She got it.
But there's unity, there's power in numbers, they say, right?
What are you going to
So
do?
I
You're
should
sitting
be-
there in the passenger seat. What are you
But
going to do? Take the wheel?
Both
Jesus?
of us keep our eyes on the road, and then there's less likely of a thing to happen because
No, I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
want to say ladies can't drive, but
It
it's
sounds
just
like that's what
it's
you're
just
saying.
better for both of us to be involved.
if he didn't trust you, he wouldn't let you drive.
Right.
Point blank. And now you staying up is just gonna mess up the time because now you have to stop. Where if
That's
you,
why he plotted out spots.
and
to
now
stop.
you're wasting time.
You're micromanaging. Chill out.
So if you were driving somewhere and Joanna wanted to drive, you would go to sleep while she's driving.
If that was the plan, then I would follow the plan. If we have a long trip and we're trying to prevent stops, then yeah. I would.
You got to rest sometime. If it's a shorter trip, I'm not a big fan of falling asleep while somebody's driving.
And just remember that you not falling asleep and being all tired makes your driving way worse.
Yeah.
Well,
when it's your
that's
time
why we
behind the
stopping
wheel.
at the. He said, "Let me handle the driving, and I sleep at the hotel, and then I pick it back up. And when she drives, I sit up and keep you company."
So now a 2-day trip is a 5-day trip.
right.
Dude, what is he going to do? He's in the passenger side. He's just looking at the road.
Look out for that deer.
What is
There you go,
going
right
on?
there. Hey,
Someone
girl,
else is driving.
put your phone down. Look out for that truck. Like, yeah, somebody got to help you out with that.
If you have that big of a problem with it, then maybe you need to be the one that drives.
Exactly.
Maybe y'all need to fly there.
Yeah, seriously.
I
Take a
like
break.
your point even better. Road trips. What are we in college?
Yes.
888-429-0941. Text to holla at us. We got your second hard next. Very funny. I got a few messages here, and one says Orlando, shut up, and the other one says women can't drive. I'm with you, Orlando.
Okay.
So listen, I wasn't saying that women can't drive. I was just saying in my life, I've been more
Orlando.
apt to stay awake because
Because
of-
a woman was driving.
because just when something happens and I'm sleeping and I wake up and I didn't see it, I'm gonna be like, "What did you do?" So yeah, I was just being a doctor, Meredith. Shut up.
We're fully capable of driving, just to let everybody know.
Okay.
Us women.
Yeah. Who's flooded that
Us
car?
silly women.
Here driving
That
in the
doesn't
Bay
make-
Area.
You've never done anything to
Davi,
your
who
car?
flooded their car, Davi?
In this room, it would be Meredith.
Okay.
I live in South Tampa. I went down the wrong road. Hey, there's somebody down the hallway that's a man that did the same thing, by the way,
I
that works
know.
at the Shark.
I know.
So, ha!
All right, let's see what we got.
I need some help, freaks. My girl and I have been broken up for some months now, even though we live together. I miss her like crazy. We don't do anything anymore, but I feel like her attention is elsewhere, meaning somebody else. I'm trying to get her back, so I need help on getting her back now that her mind and her energy is with another person.
Ooh, it's hard to distract.
Good motivator. It's a good
Yeah.
motivator if you lose somebody like that. I mean, it can get you to act right because you probably weren't doing something right. And she stepped out. So, and you're aware of it. So it's not like it's a secret. That's a motivator.
He doesn't know. He just he's
feels
assuming.
it.
Yeah.
He feels it.
Yeah, I think this is one of the big problems with being 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You broke up, but you still live together.
Yeah.
You're putting yourself in a really tight situation.
Make a decision.
Yeah, I say let her go, man. I know it's easier said than done, but if you guys are broken up, her attention is elsewhere. It sounds like she's kind of only using you for convenience sake.
Yeah. I mean, it is convenient, but it also is part of the relationship. Some relationships are worth fighting over. If like there are people out there who've broken up and they end up getting back together because the love was bigger or the love was greater. So, I mean, if she's worth fighting over and you don't honestly mind her coming back with a couple fingerprints on her because she's been out there, go ahead and do what you got to do.
Well, I'm sure
Like,
his number will go up too, I'm assuming as well.
listen, maybe this man is
Maybe.
just adults can welcome back adults.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I will say. All right. If she's been out there, do what you got to do to get happy.
I have one out of the 813. Yeah, my girlfriend wants me to go to the Pride Parade with her two aunts, but I simply just do not want to go. How do I tell her I don't want to go without sounding rude?
You should check your heart. Why do you not want to go? Like, what? Why? If you have, family members that are like, hey, come out and celebrate with me. Why is it that? Ask yourself that, and then maybe that'll tell you how to approach it with your family. Because if there is an issue there, then, you probably want to speak to that. But if you can't go out there and rock with your folks, I mean, we went together.
Yeah, we did.
And neither one of us
so
are
much fun.
pride official, but
Nope.
we had a damn good time with people who we cared about, who were out there priding it up.
I'm with you though. I wouldn't go to a pride parade just to keep it 100. I have nothing against that, but that's not a situation that I would be comfortable with.
But if you were asked,
I would say no.
if by somebody you cared about,
I would still say no.
a family member,
I would say no.
a business partner.
I'm not going.
Respectfully.
Really?
Respectfully, I'm not going.
Yeah, but I mean, why?
Because I don't want to go. That should be enough. That should right there. That should be enough.
You don't have to
Should not
explain
be.
yourself.
You don't have to explain yourself why you want to exclude yourself from a situation.
But was that his girl?
Yeah,
Says
it sounds
girl.
like it. Yeah.
So I mean, if you don't want to tap out on you. If the girl is asking you, "Hey, can you come, my family?" Blah blah. And you're
Support.
like, "Nope, sorry."
You don't have to be obligated to feel comfortable in every situation. And if that's a situation that you don't feel like you want to be a part of, you can put your big boy pants on and say, "You know what? I'm good."
Has
Can
nothing
those
to do
pants
with
be
you.
tighter and be rainbow? That will work. All right. Let's see. Let's grab another one. We have a bunch of them.
Therapy
here.
Thursday
Talk
to
about
all. I'm in a relationship. My man has cheating friends and family members all around him. And when we get into an argument, he seems to be laid back about it. I'm thinking that he has a side piece, and my ex-husband cheated on me, so I don't want to seem insecure, but it's so hard. How should I deal with this?
It's hard not to bring all that extra baggage in the new relationship. I get that, but you can't. You can be apprehensive. You can have, you can learn from your past, but you can't blame somebody else for what other people and how other people treated you at the same time.
If they, it sounds like they're being called guilty because they're around people who cheat.
Well, that's a thing. Guilty by association.
But that's just so unfair, though. It's like, I mean, your man is your man. He's got a relationship with you. These other people don't. And if I'm around people who steal, it don't mean I'm robbing someplace. It just means I really got crappy friends.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I'm bringing that home. So unless you know something about what he's doing, your gut is your gut. Always follow that. Ladies' intuition definitely is a thing. But don't make him a sinner because he rolls with sinners. Because, I mean, a lot of us have friends out there that maybe a fraction of law or two, and we might be the best, most productive citizens ever.
Yeah.
It's just I got a couple of friends that, a fraction of law.
I think a big issue is the fact that her ex cheated on her.
Yeah, so she's hurt.
And
Yeah, it's
she's
painful.
hurt. And then also him being so laid back about it, that doesn't help either.
Right. So if, in essence, just saying if we're making a relationship rule book, if there's a guy and his friends are being dirtbags and hooking up and whatever, and you're aware of it, ladies would like us to have more of an attitude about it.
Yeah,
when
like
we talk to you, like,
be very
girl,
firm. Like, I do
let
not
me
approve.
tell you what Tyrone is
Yeah,
doing.
uh-huh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to do that.
Yeah, I have a little bit more of an opinion about it for sure. Like, hey, this is my guy. I grew up with him, whatever. But what he's doing, I don't agree with at all. By the way, I mean, to fix this, you could easily just go through his phone and check.
Okay, all right. There. and that Therapy Thursday is a wrap.
Just
There you
fix
go,
it.
right there. Meredith is not speaking for the whole medical professional situation
Just
here.
helping.
Just don't take her advice as advice of Wild, please.